So we are without Joelle today, but Asher is here with a new character. Cool. It occurred to me like 5 minutes after last session that we kind of forgot the whole tone and safety tools discussion. We kind of mentioned a few things, but we didn't go into it in any detail. So I'm sure you all know what the X card is. Feel free to use it. Since we're all kind of GMs here, that I guess that makes it both more important and less like it's easier to go back and change things and be like, okay, wait, no, let's do this instead. But because we all can introduce elements at any time, it's maybe a thing to look out for. And there is a lines and veils section over here on the enclave sheet. Feel free to add anything anonymously or speak up and say it out loud. Either is fine. What we have so far is, this was mentioned last time, no drugging people without their knowledge, which is a thing that could happen because of the void coffee versus regular coffee thing. No explicit gore, and that violence was kind of present and a threat, but it wasn't going to be our main focus. I guess we should all introduce our characters and figure out what connections we have and answer questions with Asher's character and do a quick recap of last session. So we'll just go from right to left again. So Mischa.
Okay, so I'm playing Mischa. Her pronouns are she, her. She is the torch of the community, and she is a very joyful, happy, motherly figure who likes to cook food for everybody. Her main place of residence on the campus is the cafeteria, where she cooks food for everyone, and also where she does her ritual, which is a coffee ceremony. She loves to make coffee for people, and she kind of believes that people aren't really members of the community until they've undergone her coffee ceremony. Whether that's true for everyone else is maybe up for debate. Mischa's relationships are with a bitter ex, and I have some students. We haven't seen them on screen yet. But I do have a relationship with Lark, Bethany's character. We slept together at some point, and we need to probably work through what that means.
So Lark is the arrival, and use they, them pronouns. Their gender is void. They have a tired frame because they were recently beaten and had blood drained by a local gang. And therefore they're always tired because they just lost a lot of blood recently. They have calloused hands and a blood-stained uniform. The uniform is a firefighting uniform, like Wildfire, the bright yellow flame-proof shirt, except that it's hasn't been bright yellow in a long time. They have a dog. The dog's name is Dusty. It's just kind of a knee-high, shaggy gray dog, not at all threatening. So not super helpful with getting beaten up by gangs, but otherwise a very good dog. I think the other thing, the two things you brought with you question, I finally answered it. The other thing is a boat. It's just a small leaky John boat. Since one of the options was a truck, truck doesn't really apply so much in this setting. They were a scavenger. They were living alone before injury forced me to seek out a bigger community. My key relationships are with the people I fled from, which is the gang that attacked me. And I'm wondering if that is that Aadita's gang, or is that a different gang?
My gang would be part of the enclave, right? So
yeah,
you probably were a rival, so you weren't part of the enclave before.
I like kind of brought things and traded them here. So this probably didn't happen like in the enclave, but near it. So I don't know if that was how that gang is associated with yours. I also had the idea that like Mischa's students could be members of that gang, or could be members of your gang, or neither, or both. I'm trying to like build PC, NPC, PC connections here.
Yeah. We should write that on the diagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea that my students are in your gang, Aadita. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot about Mischa's students yet.
We should probably come up with a name for these gangs too.
Yeah, the gangs could use names. Let's see. Oh, the other relationship is with Mischa, who is my ex. And Finch wishes I had never arrived because they're having a really hard time fixing my prosthetic leg, and they're embarrassed about it. So I think the deal with Lark is that they were once a firefighter who actually lived in society intact, and one day they were out working, and this kind of somehow got caught up in the psychic maelstrom, and don't really have much memory of the next week or so. But apparently during that time, they basically just walked in a straight line toward the coast. And when they woke up, they were standing waist deep in the marsh in the middle of the queer enclave with a dog swimming after them. And they've kind of just been a trader and scavenger in the wasteland ever since, until recently they were attacked, beat up, injured badly enough, and I think like scared badly enough to realize that living out there alone is maybe not the greatest idea. Yeah, okay, so my lure is when someone gives you an opportunity to prove yourself to the community, they gain a token. So anybody wants to do that, that would be cool. All right, Aadita.
All right, so I am the tiger. I'm a gargoyle gender, narrow face, solid arms. I had a Basclef exclamation point tattoo on my arm. Tailored suits, North Star black. A gang logo patch with a purple horned witch with stitched lips on it. My two gang trappings are medical supplies, so I can like heal people. Maybe Lark. And slingshots and baseball bats to attack people with. But those don't help very much with a gun, so I think I'm mostly in protecting this community, you know, because I can't do a whole lot against more powerful gangs. The flaw is it's agitating to become an autonomous collective, but isn't clear on how to make that work. My key relationships are the Asian dyke who cooks me dinner sometimes, which we were thinking is Mischa, and my hungry for blood sibling, who I called Shadow. Then I was thinking of calling my gang Staff, like as a musical pun. And then I have a question for someone, for Finch, but I guess we'll do that when Finch finishes. And I think that's it.
All right, and I am playing Finch, they, them. They are the Stitcher, but more on the mechanical, electronic, cybernetic side of things. So Lark's leg is a prosthetic, so I'm trying to fix that. I've also like modified most of my own body, but that also means that this location is not great for me, I think, because I can't go out into the water at all. I have to be super careful about that. Don't bring water into my workshop. Don't bring muddy handprints. Robyn.
What?
They're very practical about things, I think. Like always cleaning things and looking at objects and even people with an eye for the use that I can make of them. Let's see. I owe Robyn a small fortune, mostly for retrieving materials from the outside, just bringing me things to work with. And there's also a void kid, Oriole, who needs my maintenance to stay alive. I think the kid, their body is mechanical in some ways well, and they've also been exposed to the void, which has been making them like, sort of killing them very slowly, and so I'm replacing their body parts as needed. And Robyn still has my jet ski, or my implicit permission to borrow it whenever you want.
It's at the dock. It barely has any mud in its intake at all.
Because you scraped it off and put it on my stuff instead.
It was on my hands and it's ruined my nails, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I actually use it too often. It's because it's such a production to like protect my body from the water, and like you have to stick your feet in the water when you're riding a jet ski. So like at least it's getting used. My lure is when someone comes to you with something precious that needs fixing, they gain a token. I do have something from Pity, a kind of iPad thing that they were using to tell stories to their sub. But if anyone else has anything else that needs fixing, please bring it my way. I also, in addition to body upkeep and mechanics, I'm also in charge of recycling for the community. That includes like metals, scrap, anything really, plastics. So there's probably a setup for that. Also water.
It's super gross.
Someone's got to do it, Robyn. You can't drink the void one.
No, that's why you distill it. That's the way to do it. Should I proceed?
Yep.
So I'm playing Robyn, pronouns she, her, who is the hawker. Robyn is a dagger daddy with an honest face, and she would never tell a lie to you. Like other people, they're just other people, but why would she lie to you? That would be terrible. Despite the mud caked around her fingers at the moment, her nails are pretty fresh, but she keeps them that way by having like a small set of differently shaped files in a case inside of her jacket. She wears formal leathers and stilettos, regardless of the conditions, regardless of how waterlogged the campus is, because they look awesome. And Robyn can get 3 things for you with real solid reliability. One of those things is coffee. Sometimes the coffee is brewed as part of the coffee ceremony by Mischa. And actually, I'd been avoiding the coffee ceremony for some time before the last session. I took Lark to their coffee ceremony to make them part of the community, and found myself finally without excuses to be able to get out of it, and had to drink the coffee myself. It was somewhat comforting, but I think of coffee much more as a functional thing rather than something that needs a lot of ritual around it. Sometimes when you brew the coffee with water from the sea, it can have like psychic effects. I mentioned the other thing worth drinking, and that is seaweed rot gut that I like to distill. And so I'll have a flask of that on me typically at all times. And the last thing that you can reliably get from Robyn is smut. There's one working VCR in the enclave that Finch is keeping together, so that anytime we find tapes out in the wild, whether it's me going out and trying to find something, or actually Lark used to supply these to me before their little run in with whatever gang it was. So certainly comes in all kinds, and I'd say that some people even call it art. The relationships that I have, I mentioned Lark, and we've talked about Bethany talked about Lark a little bit, that they used to salvage the wasteland and bring in things. But I think Lark and I actually have a job to go find some machine parts for Finch. I'm not entirely sure what they are. There's a red wire, there's a blue wire, and that's about all I know about it. So I hope that Lark has an eye for it a little better than Robyn does, but whatever. Finch will get what they need. And my other relationship is the pissy killjoy next door, who's named Goose. Goose and Robyn, and I think Lark, and Finch. You've got a building there on the enclave. I think that you said that building is colloquially referred to as the birdhouse. Oh yeah, the map has been updated. Awesome. Let's see. I have a question that I asked Pity, and pity that they're not here, because now I don't know if I'm ever going to find out what this thing that they know about my future is going to be. My lure is if you offer me a new gig, or if you get hooked on one of my supplies, then you get a token. And I think that's it. Aadita, did you have a question on your sheet?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So I guess Finch, what have you recently contributed to the cause?
Large.
What is the cause?
I guess keeping our enclave secure. Since I'm the tiger.
So to your cause specifically, not our cause in general.
It says the cause, so it's a little bit ambiguous.
Okay. I mean, I work mostly in machines and electronics. Maybe I made like some sort of like electric barrier. That's in the water. That's terrible.
What about like surveillance?
Or we're trying to become an autonomous collective, so you could like help facilitate that somehow.
What do you need? I don't know that I would help your gang leave if they're the main force protecting us. Because we obviously need that if people are coming in injured.
Right, so maybe help protect against the other gang that we saw Lark came from.
You just like an alarm system. Like probably not.
Can I push on, Sarah? Can I push on your answer a little bit?
Yes, please.
What would get you to support the gang trying to become an autonomous collective? What could you be bribed with? I know that I'm not supposed to ask that question, I think, without a token, but I'm asking it anyway because I'm a filthy cheater.
Proof that they weren't looking to become competition or a threat in the area.
Yeah, we just use the slingshots and stuff, so maybe it's like a metal detector system, right? So if other gangs come with guns or something, then we'll know.
Also, probably just like a warning that someone is coming at all. If maybe cameras, but that's kind of long distance. I'm honestly thinking more like tripwires and things. Maybe like a mile out. So
Do we
yes,
also get food
some
out
sort of
there?
warning system. Hmm?
Like, are we also like hunting animals too? Because maybe we could use it for that too.
We have farmland. We grow plants. Do we hunt?
I know that we fish.
Hmm.
We fish and collect seaweed.
Somebody could definitely hunt.
Okay, let's say I contributed some sort of early warning system. We can leave
Okay.
it not particularly specified.
Cool.
Although I did have cameras and like TVs in my room, in my lab. So maybe that would make sense. Surveillance. Let's do that.
Well, there's probably like tons of that left over from the original campus too.
That's true.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to do much. The cameras are already there. Just have to fix the wiring.
Okay, so I definitely didn't set it up myself, but I probably sent members of your gang to do it maybe? Or you sent members of your gang for me? If we're putting it up like in a perimeter.
Okay. Cool. All right. So does anyone have an idea for that first scene?
One thing we know is happening is Lark and Robyn are going outside.
Yeah, I think that may be an obvious next one to go, because that is sort of where we left off. Yeah.
Yeah. Finch, can you tell me more about what it is that I'm looking for? I had a brief chance to listen to the recording, but I didn't internalize what it was that Barry didn't internalize what it was that you had in mind.
Yeah, it's just parts that I need to fix Lark's leg. You can probably find like all these individual pieces, or like there's probably something big you can haul back and I can take apart. Not a car, but like some sort of.
Is it like a ball joint that you're looking for, or is it something more like electrical or mechanical, or like where's
more mechanical? Because
Okay.
that's why I'm having trouble fixing it, because it's not my specialty.
Sure. Okay. Well, I have no idea what I'm looking for, Lark. I hope that you do.
Still muted. Okay.
You used to be a firefighter.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There might be. I wonder if there's something in that.
Something that you. I'm not making the connection. Sorry.
Well, I just I'm thinking of like trucks and machinery and that manner of thing. I'm not gonna. It doesn't sound like a hospital. Whatever shape that's in is probably going to be the way to go about this. It sounds like.
I wonder if, because there's like the whole ladder raising mechanism on a, like that's kind of big, but maybe like something inside the trucks there.
Yeah. Okay. So I think there are lots of dead vehicles around. The problem is finding one that isn't too, like the wiring isn't so corroded that it's useless.
In the seawater, yeah. I think we were saying you were going to have to go like outside the compound, though.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe there's a patch of high ground a little bit inland from us.
If you go across the bay?
Hmm?
if you go across the bay.
Could be.
Is this a leaky boat situation or is this a jet ski situation?
Oh, could be either. They both seem about equally. Well, I guess the question is, how much stuff do we want to bring back?
You know what? I think that this job is worth getting you taken care of, because that leg's only going to work for a day. That's what Pity was saying, right?
Yeah.
So we might as well like get that taken care of. We can deal with like whatever scarce. Hopefully we can like just scavenge as much like gasoline for the for whichever thing we take as we use in the trip, and that'll be fine. I like the visual of this being like us on the surveillance system that Finch has put together, and just like writing off to the writing off camera through that.
So I think like there is a patch of higher ground, but we would just go there all the time and take stuff if that was an option. So there's some reason that it's not, or that makes it difficult. Maybe one of the gangs has claimed it, or
it sounds like outlying gangs. We are wandering the wasteland, right?
Yeah, I don't know that anyone has outlying gangs. So if someone wants to grab it.
Varied scarcities too, which I think.
Either of those applies, yeah.
Yeah, they're both on Summer Wonders the Wasteland. So who else is in the scene? I guess two other people can take these.
So far, just Robyn and Lark.
Okay.
If I could see Aadita also coming into the scene pretty easily.
Sure, I can join you all.
Well, it sounds like we are definitely taking the leaky boat then.
Yeah. Yep.
Three on a jet ski is like that's a recipe for recipe for Finch to be really upset with me later.
Well, maybe we could do both, right? One person can have a jet ski, another can take a boat.
Oh no, we're all in this together, I think. That's not how we roll. Is it?
If we have 3 people in a boat and then we take things back, we can't take a huge amount, right? Because we already have 3 people.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah. It's not a big boat at all.
I mean, so here's the thing. We could take the jet ski, but I have a move that says, what does it say? Bolt for the nearest exit. So, if I don't want to be an awful person that leaves you all in the wilderness scavenging for whatever. I'm just saying that if I have a jet ski, that is an option that is available to me. And it would be, well, how about this, Aadita? I'm going to use a weak move, and so like as we're making our preparations to head out, because like at the end of the last session, I was just like, hey, Lark, we've got a job to go do because we got that. It runs through my head of like, okay, how are we going to go find this thing that Finch needs? What am I going to do if Lark's leg like gives out on them? It turns out there are people around. So the weak move that I'm going to use, Aadita, is I'm going to ask, how have I earned your character's ire? Why is it that I'm not interested in coming to Askew?
So you don't think I'm joining you all?
No. I think that you're joining us, but I want to know what I did to upset you that I didn't want to ask.
You didn't want to ask. I mean, maybe you abandoned us before, right?
Sorry, say again.
Well, you said bolt for the nearest exit's one of your moves, so maybe you did that earlier, right?
It totally is.
We were on some. Maybe I was like trying to heal someone, and you just left us.
Oh, that's so rude. Why would I do that? Oh,
We'll find out.
that
Try
is
to find
very
out.
rotten. That is very, very rotten.
So because of that, does Aadita insist that Robyn not take the jet ski?
Yeah, that makes sense. We have to go together.
Like if we
Perfect.
have the jet ski, it's not going to be Robyn who uses it.
It's not going to be Lark who uses it. You're not going to want to drag your
That's
leg
true.
through that. I mean, you know,
So if anyone uses the jet ski, it's going to be Aadita.
technically this is Finch's jet ski.
True.
We'll just take the boat. We'll just take the boat.
I would note
Think about
too
it.
that I have lent it to Robyn and no one else.
That's true.
And if I leave and the jet ski stays there, then Finch can't be that upset with me.
Right, exactly.
Cool.
So, yeah, setting elements that apply to this, there are a bunch, or there are at least 3 that I can see. There's the varied scarcities, or not the digital realm, the outlying gangs, Earth itself, possibly even the psychic maelstrom, since we're going, like, we're crossing the bay. And the psychic maelstrom seems to originate from the ocean. So any of those are fair game right now.
Well, I think that I'm technically leaving myself psychically vulnerable if we're going across the bay, so I'm going to give away the psychic maelstrom. Do I pick who I give that to?
I think just whoever wants it.
Yeah, I think you usually put it in the middle of the table.
Oh, okay. Wait,
So
it's
it's-
there.
Does everyone want to continue playing the Earth itself?
Yeah, it's easiest.
Okay.
I think for my headspace, just focus.
And does Ben want to play something?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy to pick up one. If you guys set the scene, then I can pick up a card based on what direction you guys are going in, maybe.
Well,
Sounds good.
so what I was thinking with the psychic maelstrom is sorry, Lark, can you tell me a little bit more about the boat? I mean, it sounds like it is not a big boat, but I just don't have a picture of it in my head.
So I'm picturing, you know what a John boat is? It's like about,
Not by that word.
okay, it's about like a 12 to 15 foot aluminum rectangle.
Okay, got it.
Usually 2 to 3 people max.
That's aluminum. How's that leaking? Like, is there an actual hole in it? Or
I think there are bullet holes in it.
okay, that makes
Nice.
sense.
I mean,
They're like right above the water line when just one person is in it, but when 3 people are in it, that puts the bullet holes below the water line.
you know what? You have a person here who could fix that before
Yeah.
you go.
That is true.
Do you want me to, or do you want to go out in this precarious?
Yes. I think, yeah. Like, wait.
So I think you guys are still like just outside my building, right? Because we were still in it last time. At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lark, if you offer the boat, if you wanna have the scene with Finch, I don't know how deep we want to go in scenes with this, with like Lark and Finch or Robyn and Aadita for this. So question mark? Or if we just want to get to like what is the threat, what is the hazard getting across the bay?
I don't know. Could either of those scenes, well, would either Finch or Aadita make either of those things more difficult?
No, but there could be some flavor, and you would get a token out of it. Do we just want to gloss
Good
over that?
point. Yes. I think a boat is a pretty precious item in this setting. So, sure, I will bring, well, yeah, the boat to you to fix, which it's kind of already here. So I think I have just left. And like Robyn has just come out and talked to me, and we've decided that, yeah, we're gonna have to go get Aadita to help, because who knows who we're gonna run into out there. So I think Robyn goes off to get Aadita, and Lark just like turns right around and goes back into Finch's workshop.
You're leaving, right?
Yeah. One thing.
Something wrong already?
Well, something was already wrong, but the boat, it's do you have anything that would patch it pretty quick? There are bullet
How
holes.
big is it? Bullet holes, yeah. That's like 2 seconds.
Oh,
Just
good,
like
good.
drag it like onto land, so it's not, because I can't. Okay. And I like go like gather some materials. I don't know, probably like a soldering iron or something. A little portable one.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, by the time you get out there, like have the boat halfway dragged up onto the little island.
And I think I drag it like the rest of the way up, so it is entirely on land, like more than I need to, really. And then like step inside, and yeah, I guess you do it from the inside and the outside. So just patch it, solder it down. So it's metal, so I use a piece of metal to patch it, and yeah, it'll hold. Although I think I might actually use a strong move for that.
Oh, to have
Yeah, I
everything
do.
you need and be able to fix it without any complications.
Okay, so yeah, I will do that because I don't want you guys to die.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's time, but it's a pretty quick job. But it is done really well. Like this is enough.
The best this boat has ever. This boat is better than it was before it got bullet holes in it.
I don't know if I'd say that, but how far are you guys going? Or do you know yet?
Well, the nearest high ground is actually all the way across the bay. It's not closer, but it's over open water, and rowing this thing through the marshes would take us longer than just crossing it.
I'll get an engine on it eventually. Bring one back if you find it. I'll slap it on.
Oh yeah, you bet. If I find an engine, I don't care what kind of engine it is. If it can work on a boat, it will be attached to this boat.
Maybe get some kind of like shade up there or something. If you guys are gonna be out in the water for a while. I'll think on it. I'll fix it up when you guys get back. How's that sound?
All right. Thank you. That sounds great. I owe you. Well, I owe you more. I think that's scene, unless you want to.
Boxes and stuff. It's kind of like you're talking to me, but I'm like looking at the boat. Yeah, see.
I think then we cut to me getting high at the worst possible time.
Yes.
Move.
That's perfect.
Right.
So Aadita, where do you get high? Do you get high like at home, or do you go someplace? Like Robyn is
Where are we living?
Robyn's probably used to finding you when she needs something, which is a shitty way to treat people, but here we are.
I think I'm on the roof for like I'm a building.
Oh, nice.
I can still watch people, right? So it looks like I'm doing my job, but also you don't get smoke everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that like by the birdhouse, or is that at the cafeteria or somewhere else, do you think?
I'm not sure. Where is everybody? Oh, so it's probably at the birdhouse, right? Because that's right next to the shop.
Okay, yeah. So like I'll come up on the roof and see you up there. And I'm really interested in what you're getting high on.
Probably something from the garden, right? Should we like grow things for that purpose?
Yeah, so like one of the things that we have is these plants that are like growing in this void water, and that has a connection to the psychic maelstrom. And so I was curious whether you want to push into that. The void is not bad.
Sure.
It is
That sounds
slowly killing
interesting.
people.
Right, was that yes, void drugs?
Sure.
Awesome. That's ideal. So I'll come up on the roof and like expecting to have to like scan the rooftops of the campus. Like I'm thrilled to find you right here. And so I walk over and I don't know what the roofs of these places are made of. But the click of my stilettos across the roof like signals my appearance, and I come over and say, "Hey, Aadita, you doing anything?"
Just my job. What about you?
Well, I think Finch has something set up right now. I could really use your help. Me and the arrival are headed out. We're gonna go try and find something for Finch to fix up their leg, good and solid. You know, not like the usual like Finch, like the Finch special, but some of their best work. When it's really good. Care to
Is this
come?
like a new thing you're planning to sell, or just for the arrival? I guess you've taken a liking to them.
Well, I want to make sure that they have what they need, same as everybody.
Well, I want to make sure you have what you need to, I suppose.
Oh, that's my favorite answer, Aadita. We're getting a boat ready. We're gonna head over to the high ground, go and try and find something. Are you in?
Sure. It sounds more interesting than this.
Awesome.
Aadita, question. So this weed, it's not normal weed. This is like fed on void water. What about it is different in the way it makes you feel?
I like to think it helps me figure out how we're weak. Right? Like maybe like when I'm watching things while high, I can like imagine different possibilities than normal.
Like bad possibilities? Does it make you pessimistic?
Well, it's not
Or
optimistic or
aware?
pessimistic, right? It's just like the Titanic sunk because they were optimistic and didn't put lifeboats on it, right? So I just want to be prepared.
Practicality, but with a dark slant. Perfect.
Awesome. That I think that works to get the three of us out on the boat. So what is that going to mean for us? I mean, Earth itself, or outlying gangs, or psychic maelstrom? Any thoughts about what we're going to deal with out here?
I'd be interested in accidentally opening my brain to the world's psychic maelstrom.
Hell yeah.
Do we want to do a little Earth itself and then psychic maelstrom?
That makes more sense. Yeah, you could like set the scene.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head out in the boat. It's a rowboat right now, so it's kind of slow going. There's not much of a current until you really get out into the bay, and then it gets choppy because the water level. It's like there's not as much land blocking the bay off as there was before. You guys, you see that same flock of birds in the distance. Look like a decent size, crows maybe. But the sound is strange. It's more melancholy, I think. and they're saying something. But you can see just the seaweed floating in the water. You do see a few fish just shining silver beneath the waves. Also, like a couple otters, I think, like big just shadows underneath.
I think we're taking turns rowing, and it's not my turn. So I catch sight of one of the otters, like, and lean over to get a better look at it. And I think that's like when the oar just hits the water and splashes it right in my face. And you know, this is real void water. This isn't like you know, diluted void water from the marsh. So I think I like inhale some of it, and I open my brain to the psychic maelstrom.
I did pick that back up since I did not actually use the psychic gift or seek the stranger, invoke the maelstrom, but you did. And so I'm going to bleed some psychic instability into the immediate area. A couple of things that the psychic maelstrom wants. Well, one of the things that the psychic maelstrom wants is fervent intimacy. And so I want to know, I want to know something about Lark, and I don't know what that is. And I think that both Robyn and Aadita will learn this as a function of this, as like as the water like splashes onto you and you inhale it, like I think that you'll cough some of it back out, right? But like when you cough it out, it's not just water that's coming out. It's a feeling about something. So what is it? Something intimate. So like can you tell me about a time that you've been like that you've been on a boat before?
Time that I've been on a boat before. Well, like I guess most recently was right before the beginning of this, like, you know, story present. Before that, I mean, I think I've had this boat for a while, and I've like been using it for scavenging.
Can you tell me about when it got shot at? What were you running from?
I found this old abandoned building, couple of broken vehicles outside, and looked empty. There wasn't, didn't hear any noises, didn't see anything. So, I got out of the boat and, kind of pulled it up, and I was going into the building. The windows were all broken, so I didn't even try the door. I just like found a spot with broken glass and broke a little bit more out of it. Climbed in, and I was halfway up the stairs of what looked like a really nice house on the inside. Like you could see that the I don't know. I don't think I would be a particularly good judge of like expensive versus, not expensive furnishings, and but to me, everything looked like it had once been very luxurious, and now it's just moldy. But it looked promising, like there might be something valuable here. I was halfway up the stairs, and my foot broke through one of the stairs and made this god awful noise. And I made a lot of noise cursing and trying to like pull my foot loose. This was a prosthetic foot, so like it didn't hurt, but it also, kind of was harder to maneuver out of the hole. And when I looked up, there was an old lady at the top of the stairs with a rifle. And I didn't stop to try to explain myself. I didn't do anything. I just like tore out of the hole and just ran and got in the boat and took off as fast as I could. It actually had a motor then. And yeah, she fired a few shots after me. They hit the boat. They didn't hit me. And I don't hold it against her. I didn't go back to that building though. You know, she was just defending herself, probably. I mean, she probably thought I was dangerous. And I still sort of wonder, like, what would have happened if I had just spoken up and tried to like get her to calm down and not shoot me.
Awesome. I think when the as I'm like experiencing that memory of the boat getting shot at, like I drop the oar into the boat. Like when I hear the bullet slam against the metal, just stunned for a second, and then like realizing that we are not sinking, like I chill out for a second and just make sure that no one saw that, and pick the oar back up and start rowing again.
Aadita, you're feeling kind of aware of possible danger at the moment, and you also experienced that memory, right? Do you think that could come back and bite us?
Of course not. I'm sure that was a long time ago, right?
It's like literally weeks.
I think, yeah,
Well,
I don't think it
know.
was that long ago.
His Lark just joined us, so we don't really know them, right?
It was like less than 3 weeks, or like more than 3 weeks, less than a year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Robyn, as you bend down to pick up that oar, you see like the shoal of fish passing under, and then that same otter. But it surfaces a little bit, and you see its mouth open, and it's like full of really sharp teeth, like it's supposed to look like. And you see its mouth just close like over an entire fish, and it kind of turns over in the water and looks at you with like one shining black eye, and then goes under again.
And I curse for a second because like we could have been fishing today, but okay, Finch, we'll do what we're supposed to. We'll go get what we're supposed to get. Right. I don't know what happens now.
So you guys are still rowing. Let's see who's got.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, we haven't heard a lot from Mischa this session, and I really want to, because I love her.
Yeah, I think
and I want to know what we can do to switch contacts back into the enclave.
I think like maybe we get there, we pull the boat up, and then like camera switches back to Mischa.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'll go talk to Finch. Let's see. I think I have my own little boat that I take to get from the cafeteria over to Finch's place, which is across the marsh. Maybe I just have like I have like a rowboat, like a little wooden boat, but I have one of my students row me across because they tend to kind of just follow me around. So I guess we see Mischa just like sitting in the back of this boat, rowing across the marsh, and then coming up on Mischa or Finch's shop.
Yeah, I've got a little dock. You can put the boat on.
Cool. So we'll tie it up. Are you inside or are you outside?
I probably saw you coming, but like I was not expecting this, so I'm not going to come out and greet you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
But like the door's unlocked, you can come in.
Totally. So out of character, I think I would like Mischa to have a heart implant, like a pacemaker. But it's something that I hide from everybody else. So this is something that only you know about me.
Okay. That is exactly within my specialty.
Okay, cool. So we see me and my student, who I'm going to name Isabel, but I call her Izzy. So we both get out of the boat. She kind of ties it up onto the dock, and we approach the shop. And I kind of just gesture at her, like, "No, you wait outside." And then I go into the shop. I don't knock, just kind of walk in, but I make sure to take my boots off before I walk in any further.
And Finch is like half an eye on one of the cameras. Like we can probably see the boat like way in the far distance. Like when they come back, that's the one I'm gonna see them on. So I'm just waiting for that. And then I've got some like sketches of Lark's leg, and I'm just like trying to figure out like how to like, do I actually need this part? Can I swap it out? Can I make do with what I have? I don't think so, but I really want to get this done. And then I look up. It's like, to what do I owe the pleasure then?
Straight to the point.
As always.
Is there a couch or a chair or anything, or is it all business?
There's probably like a couple cleared workbenches.
Okay.
Also, if I do body upkeep, there's like a repurposed dentist chair.
Okay, cool. So I'll just kind of like stroll in and just kind of like flop down onto the dentist chair. Just kind of like look up at the ceiling. So what are you up to?
This Lark's stupid leg. It's giving me a lot of trouble. It's weird. I don't know. Like your stuff I can do, no problem. Oriole stuff, but it doesn't feel, I can't, there's no life in it. Does that make sense? It's just metal.
But everything you work with is just metal. What's the difference?
Yeah, but stuff that you integrate with your body, like her, she can take it off. They can take it off. But it's separate from you. It's not a part of you the way this is. Like I gesture at my own body.
It's very sentimental of you. It's very sweet.
Shut up.
So where is everybody? It seems so quiet around here.
A few of them went off to get some parts. We'll see what they bring back.
What?
You usually have a gaggle of little birds following you, though. Only brought one of them today?
Yeah, the rest are, off doing whatever Aadita has them doing, unfortunately.
Are they theirs now?
Well, they do what they want, even though they know I disapprove of it. But you said that they went off. Where did they go? Nowhere dangerous, I hope.
The east. There's always
East.
danger outside these, not walls, but this place.
Yes.
But they've got Aadita with them.
Okay, well, if they're lucky, then they won't be high this time.
If they're lucky. If the world is kind. We know it isn't.
Yes.
You and I.
That's why we must be kind to one another. So, I have been feeling something. My heart's been fluttering, and not in the way that I like it to.
How long's it been since we traded the last one out?
Oh, it's been months now. They're supposed to last, though, aren't they?
Well, if they're new. I don't know how long this has been sitting, corroded in the seawater, but I think I've got. I like look at you for a second, like considering if I want to like spend the resources. I think. Hold on. I go into just the chaos of the rest of this room. and bring out like a little metal box, like very beaten up, but I open it and it's got like in padding, like another like perfect pacemaker. And I'm going to spend another token, putting me at 0. Would this be having everything required to fix or make a thing right away with no compromises or sacrifices, or would this be easing somebody's pain, do you think?
Well, I think there's still surgery involved, so it doesn't really feel like there would be no complications necessarily.
Okay, so having everything required to fix or make. All right, you're gonna have to be out for this.
I mean, are you sure this is necessary? Like, it was just a small thing. Maybe maybe it's fine.
Do you want me to?
Okay.
Do you want me to fix you or not? Look, if you have a heart attack or drop dead in the middle of one of your coffee ceremonies, you're gonna want this. Well, you're not gonna want it because you're gonna be dead. Let me do it.
Are you sure it's necessary?
You're the one who came to me.
Yeah, to ask you if something was wrong.
You said you felt your heart fluttering. That says something's wrong.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I mean, do you want it? I cannot fix it if you really.
Okay. Yeah, you can put me under.
Chloroform. we can cut back to Alameda, wherever it is you've landed.
I have a digital realm question. Because there are pacemakers that are internet connected.
Oh.
The FDA actually recalled a whole bunch of them. I don't know what happens when you get like thing that's inside your body that gets recalled. But and I know Ben, I know you've got the digital realm here right now, but I didn't know if there's anything in that with expanded networks or escapism being the digital realm's desires. I don't know what those mean.
If you want to go that route, Ben, I would say that it works and like will not fail or explode or anything. Just because I did a hard move rather than a regular one.
It could be neat if maybe you know that this one pacemaker that you had is one of the, like, it just happens to be a specially internet connected pacemaker, but we don't really know what is going on with the internet right now. Like, we know that Society Intact contacted us in the last session, or like we got some kind of method transmission from them. So like everyone kind of believes that the internet isn't a thing anymore, but you kind of know that it's coming back a little bit.
I think maybe then
you could tell me or not tell me that maybe there's implications for putting this new pacemaker in.
I think it's probably the last one I have left. So it doesn't really matter because I don't think you have any options, but I will tell you when you wake up.
Okay, cool.
Do you think this is treating you like a project instead of a person?
It's up to you. What do you think about putting this weird internet connected pacemaker in me?
I think given what I saw last time, it is not a good idea. It could be fine, and I'm interested to see how it turns out. But there are also definite not good side effects.
Are you more interested in finding out what's going to happen when you put it in me, or are you more interested in my well-being?
Can't say both, can I?
No.
Let's go with what happens.
Okay. So then I'm a project.
Right, perfect.
Okay. Do we want to cut back to the other team?
right, so you have arrived probably in what remains of Alameda. You come up onto, you don't come up onto a beach. It hasn't been long enough for the water at this level to create sand. You come up onto scrub, and this was probably a mountain at one point, or a hill at least. And you see further up a hyena watching you. And then another appears over the top of the hill. Like, you can see that its teeth are shining in the light, like they're made of metal. And hyenas have extraordinarily strong jaws. So if one of these got your leg in its mouth, you would be in trouble. You can hear too in the distance, not too far off, but that awful like hyena laughter as well. Probably heard it coming in too, because it carries over water. What do you do?
I grab an oar and like I'm holding it sort of ready to like fend off anything like that's gonna do a whole lot of good against multiple hyenas. But and I'm not sure what I do from there. I think I'm just like kind of standing and looking at the others like, okay, do you still want to go through with this?
Well, let's see. We left for this whole situation with very little preparation. And I definitely didn't bring any weapons. So I think I'm walking into a situation unarmed and unprepared. I think we gotta go right for this, right?
I have weapons. I'm gonna slingshot these things.
But you do. I don't know how many slingshots you carry around at any given time.
I grab the other oar and hand it to Robyn.
Oh, you're trying to keep me from getting my token? Oh.
I think you're still unarmed and unprepared.
Yeah.
I think an oar doesn't really count as being armed in this case.
It's true. Okay. But yeah, no, I think that I'm much more interested in, like, I'm so focused on like how easy this job is going to be, because like as soon as I get this, then Pity's going to be happy with me, and when Pity's happy with me, like maybe they'll tell me a little bit about like what they know about my future. And yeah, like I am definitely distracted by the possibility of actually learning something about from someone that knows something about whatever the void is, rather than the usual hand wavy mysticism that I'm not going to say that people like Mischa put on, but people who aren't like Mischa, people who are hucksters and trying to tell people whatever it is that they want to hear about the void. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk into this situation unarmed and unprepared and say, well, we should probably get going while the sun's still up and we can still see them.
Now, question for all three of you. One of the moves for the Earth itself is to leave something wounded. Who would it be the most interesting to wound?
I mean, you do what you have to do, Sarah.
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, having like handed the oar to Robyn, I know where the vehicles are that haven't been overly corroded, so I start just like trying to appear very calm and not quite non-threatening, but like I don't like neither afraid nor threatening, I guess. Hoping that the hyenas don't take that as a challenge.
Okay. And sorry, I was kind of distracted by chat. Who did we decide to injure?
I'm not sure that anyone. I don't think anyone volunteered themselves, but if no one else has, then I'm definitely the one who is unprepared.
Okay, fair. All right. So what are you guys doing? So I think the two hyenas that you saw, like one of them stays behind on the hill, but the one with like metal teeth advances. Like its hair is just like bristling up its back. It looks a fair bit larger than you'd expect, maybe. And you just, it looks very comfortable in this environment. Like there's no real path here, but it makes its way down towards you very surely.
Yeah, okay. So is it growling, or
It's completely
is it more
silent.
curious?
It's completely silent.
That's almost scarier.
I want to hear what Aadita's read on this is.
Say, Aadita?
Yeah, I don't know that my weapons are very helpful. Right? If it has like metal jaws and stuff, I can try to hit it in other places, but
I mean, you're
I
still
think
high, right?
that's true.
All right, so this hyena comes down. I think it kind of circles you just once. And then are you guys standing completely still, moving?
I am moving. At least I was until like the hyena advanced, and I probably stopped then. But I think I'm a little ahead of the others because I started like stupidly just walking toward where we were going without like hoping the hyenas wouldn't attack.
Okay, I think it's probably going to go after you then, since you've kind of separated yourself a bit from the others, it sounds like.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
So very quickly,
I have taken action, leaving myself vulnerable, which is one of my it's what everybody's moves.
all right, so very quickly and like very smoothly too, it just leaps for you. Like you see this flash of its teeth in the light, and then you just feel this awful pain in your good leg. And like it's this ripping, awful pain. You do start bleeding immediately. Would anyone else like to react?
I want to see Aadita.
Yeah, I'll run over and try to heal them. Well, we still have to get rid of this thing, right? So I'll probably run over and hit it with my baseball bat then, since the slingshots didn't work.
Kill someone is. I don't know what that means.
It is. You could
this
use that
hyena.
move.
This hyena is not a some. I mean, maybe it's a some. I don't know.
I think
who
it
can say
counts.
who can say what people is?
I think it's more getting my gang out of harm's way, right?
Depends on what you want to choose. Do you want to be defensive or offensive?
Defensive.
Okay, so what does this look like? How do you get people away?
I think it's just me getting between them and the hyenas, right? Because the hyenas were looking for things that were separated, so I'm trying to like making myself the threat so I can fend them off.
Okay, yeah, the way the move is worded, it does sound like you get away and like to a relatively safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go? I think the hyena releases Lark's leg, like as it realizes it's kind of outnumbered.
Yeah,
and it'll leave you the space to retreat. But where do you retreat to?
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll keep going where Lark was going, but just like more in a pack.
There are all of these old vehicles, so they could be like, we could just get into one of those.
That makes sense.
It's where
Or
we're
is there
going
still
anyway.
fuel?
I mean, at the very least, we'd be like temporarily kind of safe. I don't know if they still run.
Bethany, I see your question in the chat. Does that leave Robyn separated?
Yeah.
And it seems like it does. And let's see. There was the hyena that came down, attacked you, like bit into your leg, and then like there was another off, kind of in the distance,
Yeah.
that we'd
So
seen.
like regular hyena.
Right. Oh, I think I'm going to very cowardly run away from this, which is a bad decision.
Oh my God, do you take the boat?
No, why would I do that? Why would I take the boat? That's why we didn't bring the jet ski. But
Oh, good point.
But I think like there's definitely a sign that like, okay, Aadita's got this under control, but I need to hide. And so like I'll kind of like dart off over the next hill and see if I can't find someplace to hide. And I think by the time I come back over the hill to gather back up with you, I think you're gone already by then. So I want to like leave a problem for myself.
Do you think you've gone back to within view of the boat?
That sounds bad. I don't know if I want to see the boat yet. I'm sure something terrible is going to happen to it, which is ideal. Yeah, no. No, I don't think I'm going back to the boat yet. I think that I have like come back over the hill, not seen them, and I am not quite sure what to do yet. But I'm also okay with like cutting away from me, because it sounds like there's a real situation that that Lark is going to need to be able to deal with.
Yeah, I think Lark and Aadita dash for one of these old trucks and just like get into the cab and slam the door, because that's the nearest safety, which is great. Like, except that now they're stuck in this truck cab with a very large metal-toothed hyena and a very angry normal hyena outside.
I think the hyenas have kind of left. So you're out of immediate danger, but you are bleeding.
Do we want to just leave it on this cliffhanger with us stuck on this hyena island, take a break and come back and get with Mischa and Finch?
Sounds good.
Okay. So I had a question regarding Shadow, Aadita's sibling. Are they in Aadita's gang?
I don't think so.
Ooh, are they in the enclave?
Are they in the rival gang?
Sure, that seems like the most interesting, is having them in the rival gang. But I think
Okay.
they're what's it called? Iris. Like they're all about this psychic maelstrom too.
Awesome. They're psychic, hungry for blood, and they're in the rival gang. Excellent. They're not going to cause any trouble at all.
Oh, I'm suddenly calling everything into question about being alone in.
I think I might pick up the outlying gangs here because
Nice.
I had an idea. If it depends on if anyone has a better idea, go for it. But next time that nothing is or nobody has an idea in the enclave, I might have one.
Do you want them to be coming after you or
No,
others?
no. That's no, I think that some of Mischa's gang, or not Mischa's gang, some of Mischa's students who are in Aadita's gang, like went out and picked a fight with them.
That sounds cool.
You want to do that scene, I guess? Like them coming back afterwards, since there are no PCs involved in the actual fight.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So Mischa, when you get back home to the cafeteria, presumably in some pain because you've just had surgery, and even with Finch's high-tech surgery, that probably is not pleasant.
We do still have. I have to tell you what I did to you.
Yeah. Let's do that first.
All right. First of all, though, can I, once I've gotten the pacemaker that you did have out, I would like to ask just the universe, what powerful emotion has this recently absorbed? You may answer, Ben.
It has absorbed my anger at Lark for leaving.
Cool. And I just I put it in the same box and I got the one I put in you from, and then hide it somewhere, just in the mess.
For leaving the first time, for leaving you, or for now, leaving the enclave on whatever fool mission they have gone out on.
It was the first two. When Lark was coming in to give us stuff, we slept together, and then they left because at that point I felt like they were coming to stay at the community, and we built a relationship, and then they just left. And I was very angry at that time, but then last session when they came, for whatever reason I didn't feel that anger anymore. It had left me.
So are we saying it was literally absorbed by the pacemaker, or you've just gotten over it?
Not sure.
All right, so I think I wake you up all right, I think it's worked. Duh. Yes?
It hurts. It hurts a lot more.
Obviously.
I think you made it worse.
But is it fluttering?
It's stabbing.
Jesus. Come here, and I put my head against your chest and listen for a second. Oh, come on. I have a little more faith. Sounds fine.
I just wanted you to put your head on my chest.
Don't you have Lark for that?
I have lots of people for that, but you could be one of them.
Is that an offer?
Anytime.
I worry about your heart.
Well,
no
it's fixed
strenuous
now, right?
activity after surgery.
Sure thing, Doc.
And if you hear any voices, let me know. The
What?
thing's got the internet in it.
It's got the internet in it.
Well, what we have left of it. It was the only one I have left, but does it feel any different?
No, all I can really feel is the burning, the skin that where you cut me is.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously, that's normal.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not hearing any voices, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure what I would be
My theory
looking for.
is it'll function like some sort of transmitter, because you don't have the technology like in your body literally right now to pick up anything. But let me know if anything feels weird, if you hear anything, see anything. Like come right back so I can check you out. Okay.
Finch, I kind of wish you'd told me this before you put it in me. That's kind of scary.
Well, you came to me. It's the only one I had left. Look, it'll be fine. Like the internet, it's nothing now.
Right. Yeah, there's no internet, right?
Well, no internet.
Why did you say it like that?
I like turn and gesture at some of the screens behind me. Like it's not much, but it's there. Look, these things, they were super high tech. And if we can use some of that now, if we can bring it back, that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it would be good for the community. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, let me know if anything feels weird or off, or you start hearing voices. I just like pat you on the shoulder.
Sure.
Dismissed.
Sure thing. Okay. I think I lean in and kiss you on the forehead before I leave.
Finch looks extremely startled. They shouldn't, but
Okay, bye, Finch. She walks out.
bye.
So we see Mischa walk outside, and Izzy's there. It's probably been hours. She's just kind of patiently waiting, and rows me back across the water.
Yeah, and I think when you get there, you see several jet skis pulled up onto the ground near the cafeteria. You recognize some as like belonging to your students. There's a couple of others, and when you walk in, you see two of your students sort of coming up from, or coming out of like the kitchen that's attached to the cafeteria. They look bruised and bloody and well armed, and also kind of like they're very surprised that you're back.
Mm-hmm. So as I walk in and I see them and I take in all this information, and I think I just keep walking. And I walk over to kind of just look at them, acknowledge them with my eyes, and then walk over to like somewhere where I have like somewhere comfortable to sit, and just kind of like slowly let myself down into this chair and like pull up like a blanket or something over me, and just kind of like close my eyes for a minute and just like touch my chest, open my eyes. And what are they doing?
There's a third person coming out of the kitchen, and they sort of stop and like whisper between themselves, and then one of them, I don't have a name, or some random names from this that aren't being used from this playbook. Tyrus approaches you and kind of looks down at you lying down, and it's like, Mischa, hi, are you all right?
Do I know Tyrus?
Yeah, he's part of Aadita's gang.
But not one of my students, or one of my students?
No, he's probably one of the ones who, I like, two of them are your students and one isn't, and I think he's one of the ones who is.
Okay. Hello, Tyrus. What have you been up to?
Just been out and about a little, like, kind of, hides his knife in his pocket.
I suppose you haven't been tending the gardens then.
No, but I'll get to it later today.
Okay. So what have you been doing?
If you hear any loud noises coming from that old broken walk-in fridge, it's we ran into the other gang and had a bit of a fight with them, and we have a prisoner. It's okay, they're locked in.
You ran into them, did you? You were just out there, and they were out there, and the two of you just ran into each other. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Just a happenstance encounter out there in the middle of the ocean.
It was the marsh, it was inland, but yeah.
You idiot. Why could you have just not stayed around here and done what I told you to do? Instead, you went out there and brought even more danger on us. How many times have I told you we have everything we need right here? Why did you have to go and do that?
And if they think we're not a threat, then they'll come here and take what they want. We have to remind them.
Remind them that we're here for the taking? I'm pretty sure that's what you did.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you
them.
reminded them that we have all these wonderful things here to come and take.
Remind them we're dangerous. They shouldn't come.
Tyrus, we don't need to be dangerous. We need to be a community. We need to be friends.
You can't be friends with those guys.
Maybe not, but we don't need to be out there causing more trouble for ourselves.
If we... Yes, ma'am. And
that's the right answer.
And he looks, kind of embarrassed and goes to walk out.
Okay. I think Mischa would let him walk out, but she would turn to address the other one of her students, whose name is Francis. Francis, what is the state of this person in our meat locker?
They're okay. They're not. We didn't beat them up that bad. We're just gonna ransom them back. Honestly, I don't know why we took them, or them, I guess, why we took them.
Yeah, ransoming them back doesn't really seem like much of a plan, does it?
No, we don't want them coming here. We're gonna have to drag them back out there and meet them somewhere.
Yes, I am going to have to do that, aren't I?
We'll do it. You don't have to.
Francis, do you think that I can trust you to do that after what you've done today?
You,
No,
you should
I
trust-
can't. No. I think it's time that you went and tended to the garden, like I told you to do earlier.
Yes, ma'am. And they both like leave, and you still have a prisoner in the fridge.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to cut.
Oh man, that is totally ostracizing one of your followers. Good call. Oh, that's amazing.
Do we want to cut back to the adventuring party, or should we keep going with this storyline?
I think that's a nice cliffhanger. Can jump back to the other cliffhanger.
So I think
Do we
I'm
want to deal with
tending-
your? Sorry, I was just going to say, do we want to deal with your bleeding leg before I figure out what mess I'm going to get myself into?
Well, I have medical supplies, so I can just be tending to
good.
Lark while you deal with whatever you're dealing with.
Yeah, I think Lark is just sort of like curled up on the seat, like the bench seat of the front of the truck, like kind of, you know, pounding on the seat with their fist because you don't have to like because like it's very painful, and you know, cursing and like, what the hell was like, oh my god, I'm never leaving the fucking enclave again. And yeah, what's Robyn up to?
I'm kind of interested to see what that care looks like when you're fixing them up. Aadita?
Yeah, I'm imagining it's just like a first aid kit, right? Like wrapping up the wound and disinfecting it. Yeah, that probably hurts a lot. So maybe yeah, I think I'm like talking to Lark while I do it, right? Like now we're doing this, now we're doing that, just to, like keep their mind on something else.
Not
Maybe.
like a suggestion. I have a suggestion. I'm looking at your weak moves.
Okay.
One of them is triggered the memory of a past trauma. Do you think you've been in a situation like this before? You have a gang and then they have weapons. Presumably
true.
encounters with other gangs, if you want to go that route.
All right, sure. Yeah, I think it's just that we're not super prepared for battles, right? Like, I think this other gang has a lot more than we do, as like weapons and stuff. So we end up having to, yeah, treat a lot of people. So I think the trauma is just like seeing my whole gang beat up, right? And like having to tend to them all at once. And this is reminding me of that just because we're so close, right? Like before, it felt close because there were so many people, and now Lark's just like really close to me while I work on them. Have we talked about what these like mutant plants look like?
The mutant plants?
Yeah.
Sure, there's definitely some stuff on this hillside. I think it's gotten kind of overgrown. There's a lot of trees, but like they're hanging very low to the ground. The branches are drooping. Also, yes, strange things have started happening with just like the flowers. Like they've gotten bigger and have turned weird colors. sort of reminiscent of like the plants in the garden.
So it just occurred to me that the rival gang is collecting mutant blood, which we just decided was basically just the blood of void touched people, including Lark, and that's what happened to them. I wonder if there's something visibly different about Lark's blood.
Well, that's a neat idea.
I don't know, or maybe it isn't visibly different. Maybe it
Like a different like smell or taste, or like it feels different on the hand.
Yeah. Like what? There's something they want it for, right? And I wonder if let me look at your you don't have that move.
It reminds me of like District 9, where they have like the weird metallic fluid, like non-Euclidean fluid or something.
I wonder if their blood can be used to like contact the psychic maelstrom.
That's interesting and also awful.
So it does. Maybe it has like a slightly. You know what it smells like? It smells like ozone, like after lightning strikes. There's just this real faint smell of ozone in the cab of the truck right now.
And Aadita, you're in the cab with Lark, right?
Yeah.
Is that sort of ozone storm smell fills the air? Because Lark's bleeding quite a bit. How does it interact with your lingering high paranoia?
I mean, it probably smells like whatever we're smoking too, right? Like these
Oh, good
weeds that
point.
we get. Weed. That's what it's called. Yeah, so maybe I just think it's some smoke, like right, like do you smoke too? I could get you something.
I have some. I don't have them on me. I have some cigarettes. If you want them back back at the birdhouse.
Oh, I was gonna offer you some.
Oh, you know, I don't seem to have any trouble contacting the psychic maelstrom, and it always happens when I don't want it to. So, no, thank you. But I think talking about about void weed is at least it's a distraction from the pain.
Robyn, do you want a tea? What do you have to?
I should probably figure out what a bad situation I've put myself into, right?
If any of you guys want to jump in with like scarcity or world things,
I mean, outlying gangs could be a thing.
Outlying gangs are certainly a thing. And so I had come back from over the hill after you had kind of like run for cover and moved on. And having lost track of you, I'm not sure where I would go. I really don't. Even looking at my moves, I'm like, oh, I already said like I'm totally unprepared. So like I don't even know if like I could call on a bunch of my strong moves. That's Bethany. That was one of the things that I was thinking. I just didn't know if it was too cute. Whether I would like come up on that building that I just psychically saw. That seems like the rightish thing, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think after going over the hill, I see off in the distance this structure that like I can just see the glint of like broken windows in its frames, and like I make the connection between that and Lark, and I'm like, oh, if we're so close to that, I mean, I kind of need to make sure that they haven't made a like a really bad mistake, because I cannot find them here. So I'm going to head over to that place. I don't know if this is a society intact outlying gangs or even a. Well, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is or who wants to like make my life difficult.
Have we interacted with the society intact yet? That could be interesting.
We have not.
That could. Somebody want to take it?
Well, we established that they were like over on the other side of the mountain, right? That there was like cities that still existed over the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this
Sure.
could be like considered, maybe like an outpost of society intact, I guess. It's probably the closest thing we have to.
All right, I'll pick that up.
Ooh. So then, like, what makes it clear that this is not the same thing that we saw in that psychic vision, or that it's the same place, but that circumstances have changed?
I wonder if they're like signs for a market.
Oh, I like that.
Like trying to lure people into this society.
Interesting. They haven't replaced the windows, but they've got signs up. That's cool. Yeah, I think so. I think that seeing this, there is something that I can do here from a moves perspective. So because I'm just going to bank some tokens. So I think that Robyn has made the tactical decision to leave the stilettos somewhere on the hillside, and just go barefoot, because she could be real fancy back at campus later, but right now it may just be an issue of practicality. They'll be fine. The stilettos will be fine. And I'm going to sneak around this compound, trying to figure out like what's going on with it. But I would like to be caught sneaking, which is one of my weak moves.
I think I missed like the introduction of this place.
Okay, so this is the place that there was a when we were crossing the water, and Lark accidentally opened their brain to this world's psychic maelstrom. We saw this memory of this place that Lark was, where it was like some I don't know if compound's the right word, but there was like all kinds of like expensive looking furniture that had gotten moldy inside of it, and like on the stairs, Lark had like twisted their ankle, or like otherwise like damaged their prosthetic leg, and got chased out of the place by an old woman who ended up shooting at them and the John boat.
Okay. So we're saying that's now the society intact and not the gangs, or?
Well, if this place has like in that time been kind of like reclaimed by the society intact as a as kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a trading post with like people in or from the wasteland. That seems neat.
All right.
But yeah, my move is to be caught while sneaking, and so I'm curious who would catch me and what they would want from me.
I think it's like a guard, right? Like their equivalent of the tiger. I think it's more like a stormtrooper, though, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
What I'm imagining, right? Maybe like a all white outfit to counteract our all black outfits. It's like shiny and new. I think they just like get up in your face, like, what are you doing here?
So they get in my face, and like, do they like they've got some sort of armor or something that they're wearing?
You might think that, but it's probably just like plastic, right?
Okay, yeah, sure. Do they have anything over their face, or is it
Yeah.
okay, cool. And so like I'll stop and I'll put my hands up and I'll say whoa, 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 and like brush my hair out of my eyes, and just say, sorry, I saw the sign. It's just an old instinct out here. You know, you can't be too careful of anyone. Is he or is this person like visibly armed?
Um, they probably have stuff, or yeah, they probably have stuff on their belt, right? But you can't really tell what it is, maybe.
Sure, like something with a handle that might be ugly when it comes out.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I think they're just like setting up for this market, right? So they don't want people interrupting. So
Right.
I think he's gonna like pick you up and like physically take you out out of the area.
Okay. And so yeah, with my hands up, I'm just like, there's no need to get rough. Just we were looking for some things for my friend. I was wondering if you might have any, and like I'll detail the thing that it is that I'm looking for with Lark's leg. But if you don't, I could just be on my way. It's just me and my shoes. So
I mean, I'm sure we could get something like that, but it'll cost you. What do you? What would you have to give?
what do you need? What do you need
Like
right
the
now?
market. So anything we could sell that would be of equal or greater value.
I have a move for this exact thing you're saying. I'm looking
Hey,
at my moves.
you are the market person, so it makes sense.
I am that, but I'm trying not to spend a token on a strong move that is like obviously like a problem. Given the fact that I said like I came out unprepared. Like I got a token for that. Sarah, can you be more explicit about what you're recommending?
Well, for a strong move, bring out supplies no one knew you had. I could also see lie fairly convincingly as a regular move.
Oh, okay. That's true. Okay. So I don't.
Or, Barry,
Yes.
if you wanted to do a weak move, you could beg for mercy.
Well, see, I'm not getting I'm not feeling especially threatened. But what I do feel like is like, look, it's it's kind of a sad story. My friend lost one leg to, well, I guess I don't even know what it was, but they never had it. And the last I heard, their other leg might have been bitten off. I don't want to play this comedy. I'm not going to go that. Yeah, rewind that out. No. Okay. Well, what I don't have is anything to like negotiate a thing. And this person doesn't seem like they have like an answer for me, but neither does it seem to. I can't tell like what level of threat this person from the Society Intact is.
Yeah, I don't think they feel like you're a threat either.
Right.
So
So
I think they just want you to get out of here, like they're some street rat or something, right?
well, here's a question. Since you have the Society Intact, one of the moves is offer an opportunity with or without a cost. And I would love to know what cost the Society Intact would think is appropriate for makeshift medical supply.
I mean, I think the cost is you have to depend on them, right? So they'll give you supplies, but they won't last very long, right? So you have to keep getting them.
Oh, planned obsolescence. That's the
Yeah.
worst. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, I
Can I
don't
make a
like.
suggestion
I want to hear it.
on behalf of the Society Intact? What if they gave us something for free, but like it was somehow, because I'm thinking of the internet that is now in Mischa's chest. Like, what if they sent something of theirs back with us, like some sort of technology that would like get them a foothold almost?
That's interesting.
Oh, like you're reinventing the Internet of Things, so that like all of our like light switches and whatnot can be reported on. Oh, interesting. I would totally make a compromise to do that because I really want to find out what's in my future. That's the worst. Oh no, what if this is the idea that Pity has about the future of my business? Oh no. Okay, well, yeah, no. Yeah, I'll negotiate a deal then, and say like, I'll say, yeah, I'd be happy to come back here with an easy, bring you some coffee, keep you up for late nights. I can bring that back, but I don't know exactly what this thing does. I'm sure it'll be fine to hook up. Oh yeah, no, I like the idea. I really like the idea of introducing some digital thing that Finch is going to be really upset about at some point. In exchange for parts that are going to fix Lark's leg, if everyone's cool with that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess they'll give you like a free trial type thing to get you out of there and tell you to come back for the market when it actually opens.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like they're not doing anything with these parts. They're just gonna get rid of them. But like now they've got someone who will have a reason to come back here and who might actually have anything to trade. And then like worse, we're gonna turn digital surveillance against ourselves, which is excellent. I love it. Cool. And so yeah, like having brokered that, like I'll recollect my shoes and hopefully wherever Asher and or I'm sorry, wherever Aadita and Lark ran off to, like hopefully I can go find them. Hopefully they come back to the John boat.
Yeah, that makes sense if you're all meet back up at the boat.
Yeah. I think when Robyn shows up, I'm like, oh, thank God you're back. I thought the hyenas were gonna get you for sure.
Oh my God! What happened to your leg?
Your other leg.
Hyenas. Yeah. Why couldn't they have bitten the metal one?
When I see you, is Aadita helping you walk now?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm never going to be able to just walk on my own.
Right. What's going on? What's going on with the prosthetic right now too? Is that still?
Oh, I think it still works. It's supposed
Okay.
to work until tomorrow, right?
It's working even better than the.
It's working. Yeah, it's working way better than the flesh and blood one right now.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible.
So I think when you guys get back to the boat, there's someone there, like trying to push it off into the water. Just one person. He's very dirty, but wearing really good boots. The rest of his clothes are kind of tattered and like dusty, worn. You can tell he hasn't washed them in probably the entire time he's owned them. Like a real kind of beard, but like messily clipped. And he looks up and sees you, freezes for a second, and then starts pushing harder.
Man, Aadita, I think this is your jam.
Do I want to kill the person now?
Whoa, that's not what I.
Hey, man, what are you doing with my boat?
He kind of looks at you like he stops. This is yours?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, it was just left here for hours.
Well, we
really
were
nice.
chased off by hyenas. Do you?
I just my boat broke. There are these things in the water. I don't know. They overturned it, and like mine's only wood.
In the water? I mean, there are some things on this island. How long have you been on this island?
Well, if you head south, it's not an island.
Oh, okay. Anyway, there are some very large, very angry hyenas. So we need to leave now. And if you want to come with us, you totally can. But we need to leave now.
I'll come with you. Yeah. Thanks. I didn't mean to actually steal it. I just thought, it had been abandoned. Like people.
No,
sometimes they die and they don't come back.
I get it. That's how I got the boat. I can't really complain too much.
You sure I can come with you? Do you have?
Yeah, get in. We gotta go. I don't want to wait around here for the hyenas.
How does 4 people in this boat? If 3 was a problem.
Oh, 3 isn't a problem anymore. I fixed this very good.
Okay. Oh, not temporarily.
No.
Leaving it volatile or broken.
A forever fix.
Not partially or shoddily. Finch, you care about us.
Drown.
I think I am going to use a weak move and demand an explanation from this guy, though. Like, what are you doing here? Why did you? Where are you from?
Well, San Jose originally. I came when the water levels started rising. It was me and my partner for a long time. Then well, you know how it is out here. And I've just been like surviving off the land for the past while, but I didn't mean to steal it, really. I thought maybe you guys had died, or the owner of the boat had died and left it, or I'm trying to get somewhere else.
Where somewhere else? Where are you going?
Somewhere better.
Oh, just anywhere better.
I don't know. I had a sister up in Oregon, but that was years ago.
Well, I mean, and then I'm like about to say, and then like I can't volunteer. Like I can't speak for the enclave. I'm the last person who should be speaking for the enclave right now.
I think I can, right? I think I'll say, like, you're new to the enclave. Maybe you could show this person around too, right? Like, you know, all the places that you got that were troublesome. I think you'd be the perfect person to show a new person around.
Thank you. Really, thank you.
So I think that's hitting on your lure, right?
Yep.
Gotta prove yourself.
And I'm going to pull my flask of seaweed rot gut out of my jacket and take a pull, and then just kind of gesture it towards this person to see if like one, as just like an offer of trust, and two, like maybe it will chill them out a little bit for the immediate future, which is probably an okay thing.
Yeah, he'll take it. Like, is this like moonshine?
I have it labeled as seaweed rot gut, so yes.
Okay. He probably goes to take a sip, like stops, and then hands it back.
I mean, it's the best seaweed rot gut that anyone's distilled on the West Coast, for sure.
Well, sure, but it also tastes like the stuff my brother used to make in our bathtub.
What's your name, stranger?
Guys, got a preference?
Hot Domino. That's good.
It's Domino.
I'm gonna put that on the sheet. That's a very good name. I mean, it sounds like we're taking Domino back to the enclave, which will be interesting because two of the three people on this excursion are people who Mischa thinks are brand new to the community, and one of the people on this excursion is someone who Mischa thinks her students might not be living their best lives with. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
All right, do we want to cut back to Refrigerator Kid?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Back at the enclave. Okay, so there should be one other person left, right? You said there was a member of the gang who was not one of my students?
I said they all left, but if
They all left? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we see Mischa walk over to the kitchen, open the massive metal freezer door. It's like a walk-in fridge. It's pretty empty because we don't typically have a lot of well, no, it's not even turned on, right? It wouldn't be cold.
yeah,
it's just a big locked metal box. Okay, so Mischa opens the door, and I think she would recognize Shadow, right? I'm not sure. What do you think?
I think so. Also, like Shadow is sort of a named NPC, so does somebody want to play them as an NPC?
Sarah, they're hungry for blood. You should do it.
Oh, all right. I think, what are Shadow's pronouns? Asher, this is your person, right?
Yeah, we can go with she, her, or whatever you want.
Perfect. All right, so Shadow is standing in the exact center of the walk-in freezer with that kind of intentional, concentrated stillness, like she's been waiting for you this entire time.
Oh, fuck.
Hey,
How's it going?
wasn't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting you either.
And we're both surprised.
Luckily, I've got the upper hand, though.
No. They fight dirty, your people.
It's not something I taught them.
Who did? Was that my sibling?
Yep. Of course it was.
I'd expect nothing less.
I don't know what kind of shit.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what kind of shit you two got into when you were kids, but I'm sure it was messy.
The best kind. Look, I want something. You probably want something. Everybody does. So tell me, what is it you want? Mischa.
Well, what I want is for you and your gang to leave us the fuck alone. And
that can be arranged for something in return.
And what is it you want?
Just a little blood. You've got someone here. They're not even part of you yet, your community here.
Mm-hmm.
Hand them
What
over.
about them?
Just for an hour or two.
It's not going to happen.
No?
What if I can just get you some of the blood myself?
For how long?
For how long? What?
How many doses?
Look, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with it. I don't know what you need. I'll get you some blood. That's it. That's all I can do.
2 pints. You can have a week. Deal.
It's a deal.
And she steps forward, extends her hand. Mischa, come on now, we have a deal.
She takes it and shakes.
It's a very... It's not even quite firm. Just enough to be polite. And she smiles at you. And unless you stop her, will just walk quite confidently out of the freezer.
Yeah, she just lets her go.
When can I expect the first delivery?
Within a week.
And if not, we'll be back.
Shadow, there's only going to be one delivery. That's it. And then we're done.
Dear, that is not what we just shook on. Are you already going back on your word?
My word is good.
Okay then. 2 pints.
In a week.
And she turns and walks out. You don't know how she's getting out of here. because this place is surrounded by water.
Yeah.
But she goes,
Nice.
I don't know either.
That's fine. Okay. Well, that sucks.
Do we want to do one more scene or leave it at that on that lovely note?
That seems like a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think like if we need a visual, like we can do the like the mirror of what we had at the beginning of the like the John boat going out like past the perimeter where it's seen on the like the new surveillance and like the reverse shot is the boat coming back except with a fourth person on it.
Can I add something else? As this is probably well after Shadow has left, but Mischa, you're just in the kitchen brewing coffee or something very normal, and you hear a man's voice in your head. It says, yeah, one. A lot of leather. Coming back. And then nothing. Radio silence.